YouTube, what's going on? With EP coming back with another one. Let's get it. You know I gotta give my reaction to the fight last night. Gave my breakdown, my prediction. Fight winners, I predicted. That don't mean it was right. Just because I predicted Devin Haney, in a close decision, that don't mean it was right. Devin Haney, you got the unanimous decision at that. That fight was close. That was a tough fight. And I'm not surprised if you feel like Loma edged it. Honestly, he finished the fight strong. But it's a 12-round fight. It's a 12-round fight. So a lot of fans, they do get riled up because they may see, their guy finish strong and finish the fight strong. But we got to keep in mind it's a 12-round fight. So a lot of those rounds, could have went either way. Could have went either way with, Devin Haney and Vasiliy Lomachenko. But I'm going to break it down, give my reaction. Lock in. We're going to talk about it. Lock in before I start the video. Please press the entire button. Subscribe to the channel so you can more content like this, kind of sports and various topics. Let's get it. Yeah. Let's break it down. Devin Haney did some great body work early on. Coming with the overhand right. Do some left hooks in there also. But Devin Haney, this is his problem. We know he doesn't have the greatest power. We know that. I feel like he could do a lot more follow-ups with his punches. What do I mean by that? When Devin Haney was throwing them body punches and them hooks, he's not a fighter that's willing to risk it all and just take it. What do I mean by that? Devin Haney, he'll land some nice body shots, throw some hooks. But he never said, I'm about to go in here and take it. I'm talking 4-punch combinations. He never said, I'm going to go in here and throw 4-punch combination to, Vasiliy Lomachenko. He never did that. He throw 1-2 punches at a time. One thing I did like, throughout the fight that Devin Haney did early on, he would answer Lomachenko. Like when Lomachenko would come with that straight left through the guard, Devin Haney, he would answer. He would always throw right back. As the fight waned on later on in the fight, though, Devin Haney, he wasn't answering. When Lomachenko would throw those straight lefts and he start spinning Devin Haney around, the footwork start coming into play for Lomachenko, Devin Haney start getting tired. I'm going to break it down. See, I'm unbiased. I call it right down the middle. These fighters don't pay me. I can keep it real. This is how I call boxing. This is how I call everything. Right down the middle. These fighters don't pay me. Nobody pay me to cater to their feelings. I call it right down the middle. But yeah, Devin Haney, he started to get fatigued as the fight waned on. That's what I noticed. And he couldn't answer Lomachenko's, those straight lefts, those hooks. Devin Haney, he couldn't answer, those shots like he was early on in the fight. I had that fight either as a draw or I feel like you can get that fight 7-5 Lomachenko. Because a lot of those, even the first 6 rounds, you could say, okay, Devin Haney, you give Devin Haney 4 or 5 of those rounds. Those were still close rounds. Those weren't rounds where it's just like, okay, clear cut, Devin Haney won those rounds. Those were close rounds. However you want to call it. Those were close rounds. But the second half, I'd just say the last 6 rounds, I'm giving Lomachenko 4 of those rounds for sure. I'm giving Lomachenko 4 of those rounds for sure in the last 6. Devin Haney won, I say, the 12th round. Maybe the 11th, but that 10th round, Lomachenko, that almost could have been a 10-8 round. But Devin Haney, he did some great body work, early on in the fight. But he doesn't risk it all. When I say risk it all, he doesn't just say, fuck it, I'm about to go for it. I'm about to take it. And he did a good job fighting, you know, off the back foot throughout the fight. But as the fight waned on, that didn't work for him, fighting off the back foot. Lomachenko was coming. All the body work Devin Haney invested, it did not faze Vasiliy Lomachenko because he picked up his energy as the fight, you know, waned on. He's a slow starter naturally, but Lomachenko, he kept coming. But you facing the champion, you gotta take it from the champion. So Vasiliy Lomachenko, he has some good rounds later on. You know, as later on in the fight, he has some great rounds in the later rounds. But the champion, Devin Haney, I said in this close fight, I said they was going to give it to Devin Haney. I didn't know it was going to be close like this where, you know, Lomachenko was going to pretty much edge it for the most part. Thought Lomachenko edged it or it could have been a draw. But like I say, if it's a close fight, they're going to give it to the younger fighter, the decision. But unanimous decision, that's what I'm surprised by. I mean, damn, no split decision. Nobody's seen Lomachenko winning that fight. That let me know something, but we know how boxing roll. And the thing is, what tripped me out, you got Devin Haney, father, you know, Bill Haney, talking about that fight wasn't close. It's not warranted a rematch. Come on, man. Stop it, man. That's why you can't take you know, people serious, man, when it comes to this boxing and stuff like that. You know, you escaped that. You know you escaped that. Talking about you don't feel the fight was close in the post-fight presser. And Devin Haney even said it was a close fight. His son even said it was a close fight. He was in the fight. Come on now. Vasiliy Lomachenko, very disappointed. Devin Haney, you know, the fans booed because the last 4 rounds is what people always remember. You know, more so the championship rounds is what people remember. And Lomachenko, he came on strong, but we always have to remember it's a 12-round fight. So I feel like, you know, Lomachenko either, you know, could put out a draw because those first 5 rounds, first 6 rounds, they were still close. They could have swung either way. Even when Devin Haney was landing some good shots, Lomachenko was doing some work also. But I will say this, Lomachenko did a better job of putting combinations together. Devin Haney was just 1-2, 1-2. Lomachenko will put those combinations together, and to me, those look like the cleaner shots. And that's what Shakur Stevenson said after the fight. He agreed Lomachenko landed the more cleaner shots, and he came on strong. And the more power shots, Devin Haney head started to snap back later on in that fight. Shakur Stevenson say, I'm next. That's what he say. But Devin Haney know he escaped one. You know he escaped one. But like I say, you know how boxing roll. I know how boxing roll, so I knew if it was close, they was going to give it to the younger fighter. And that's what they did because he have more of a future, and they want to see him in the ring with guys like Shakur Stevenson, Gervonta Davis, and guys like that, so who's around the same age. So that's where we at. Let me know what y'all think. Had to give my reaction to this. You know I love it. I keep it real. Call it right down the middle. These fighters don't pay me. None of these athletes pay me. So I just call it right down the middle. That's what I do. So let me know what y'all think. Best way you can help me share the video. I'm going to keep the fire coming. Comment, like, subscribe. Knock another one out. Bow, bow, bow. Let's get it.